Here we have the new 2021 Ford Ecosport. This one comes in the S trim level with front wheel drive. Comes in a nice shadow black on medium stone cloth interior. And the powertrain is going to consist of a 1-liter EcoBoosted 3-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. There's the front end there. I kind of like how it looks like the escapes and the edge in the front. Down here you have 16-inch machine aluminum wheels. And there are the controls for your power door locks, windows, and mirrors. There are your headlight controls there. And there's your driver's seat. And there's your rear seat room there. And there's the back end there. Now this is interesting here. To open it, you hit this button underneath the right tail light. And there's your cargo space there. So not bad for such a small vehicle. And then to fold the seats down, just press this here. And they'll fold flat for a little bit more space, and then you can just snap them back into place. And there is your passenger seat there. And there you have that 1-liter EcoBoosted 3-cylinder. Let's hop in the driver's seat next. So there's a steering wheel there. And then over here, you have your radio. So you have AM and FM. And then you have your Bluetooth audio. And there's your backup camera there. So all in all, it's a $21,000 car. So you do get a lot for that in this vehicle. And then you're getting 29 miles per gallon in terms of fuel mileage. So down here, you have the controls for your climate. And then you have your auto stop, which you can toggle, as well as your traction control. And you have 2 USB ports here. Now as for your shifter, press this button back here, reverse, neutral, drive, then you have sport mode, and of course you can manually shift here if you so desire. You have your parking brake here, 2 cup holders, little storage here, and then you have a tray in here that's actually removable, and you get all that space down in there, which I actually like. It was easy to remove and add that back. There's a view of the rear seat from up here. There's your glove compartment. You have storage in here and then here, and I like how they did that. And then you even have a little bit up here as well. And then here you have the controls for your gauge cluster. And then down here you have your cruise controls. And on the right side of the steering wheel you have your volume controls, trackless controls, and then your Bluetooth controls. And then there you have your key. But next we're gonna go ahead and take this EcoSport out on the road for a quick test drive. So this car is actually surprisingly easy to get up and going. It does take a little throttle and it does get high in the RPM range, but for such a small car, the acceleration is pretty impressive. I mean, for it to have a 1-liter engine, turbo or not, that's crazy. And this really is going to be for those in the market for a vehicle that is relatively cheap with a hatch that is easy to drive. I mean, it's definitely not fast. I wouldn't get if you had a full family of 5, but it does have its uses. And probably the best use is going to be getting in and out of parking spots because this thing is tiny. I really like the brake feel though. And the 6-speed is actually surprisingly smooth. Not a lot of clunking or jerking like I would have expected. And for this to be such a small car and so cheap, the ride's decent. Now we're gonna see how this thing does getting on the interstate. And one thing that is quite helpful is the blind spot mirrors. Even though you don't get blind spot monitors with this S, it's in the perfect position so that I don't have to necessarily do a head check to get over. And fuel economy is relatively good, but especially coasting like this. At 70, you're definitely getting 30 miles to the gallon. And this is going to bring me to an end of my review of the 2021 Ford Ecosport S.